بشعار الحبر الباحث أفضل من الذاكرة السحرية. منبر لتعزيز التبادل الثقافي والتواصل بين الثقافات المختلفة، ولنشارك تعزيز روح التعاون والتضامن والعمل المشترك لاستكشاف جمال الثقافات المتنوعة. نتعلم من بعضنا. شكرا إلى حضوركم جميعا على هذا المجال، وأتمنى صادقا تجربة ثقافية ومثمرة. الحضور الكريم بمقاماتكم المختلفة أينما جلستم داخل وخارج عبر الوسائل والمنصات المختلفة والفيديو مباشرة. نحييكم بعدد الحروف الحي في منطقة باسم اللجنة المنظمة للحفلات في نسختها الرابعة، والتي خصصت هذه المرة من داخل حرم جامعة الجبا قناة الانتماء والتميز العلمي، ونضيف لها من ضمنها بعد كل هذه المحرمات المتتالية التميز الأدبي والموسيقي والمسرحي بل والإبداعي. الفنون والموسيقى والدراما، والتي عزمت وعقدت شراكة قلما مسكها معنا في هذه المناسبة الرسميين منهم والشعبيين والصحفيين والراصدين للحراك الثقافي في جنوبنا الحبيب. أنا مصطفى فوزي برفقة عزيزي المنوعات ويرضيكم ويرضي الجمهور الذي يتطلع دوما أكثر من ذكي، ونأمل أن ننال رضاكم في هذه الأمسية الذي خصص له هذه المهرجانات المتتالية الراحل ديريك الفريد. فلنقف في دقيقة الصمت.
Thank you so much. You may all have your seats. One more time, we want to say thank you all. The 4th edition a success before it even starts. And as we start, I would love to say I want to acknowledge the existing protocol. Every single individual, I want to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Peter Adwok. I also want to recognize the presence of Mr. Atem. Recognize your presence. Thank you so much for being a very supportive partner, even in his absence. Is still impeccable with you being in our midst. I want to recognize the sisters of Derek, the late Derek. I also want to recognize the presence of the beloved wife to Mr. Samman. We appreciate your presence in our midst. I also want to recognize the presence of every single individual here we have represented culture, heritage, and sharing the story of South Sudan in cultural diversity. We want to say welcome to the official open the 4th edition 2024. With this, we're going to be having our first item on the program.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, organizers and friends. It is with immense joy and pride that we gather not just to embrace the unique and spirit that define is a platform that for an inspiration into a beacon of unity and collaboration. So this being the Fantasy Inc. is more powerful than especially South Sudan literature, inventions and inspirations, whether through music, dance, art, and storytelling. Each performance and event we witness today is a testimony to perfect thanks to the organizing participants and supporters who have worked tirelessly to bring this vision to life, your dedications and passions are what make this festival truly special in the vibrant celebration that awaited here to another memorable editions of the DERAWET Cultural Festival.
I apologize. I feel like I could give bigger. I apologize. I feel like I could give bigger round of applauses. And that is enough round of applauses. And that is enough other than Professor Taban Loliok. Other than Professor Taban Loliok.
شوف في بالمهرجان عندك بالمهرجان عندك
Thank you so much. We all have our seats. And this we officially say, welcome to Taban Loliok. It's an honor and a pleasure that we have you in our midst today. Who Professor Taban Loliok is. Professor Taban Loliok, a list and a short story writer. His remarkable journey began high school and Sir Samuel Baker in Uganda, followed by higher studies at where he earned a B. He later achieved the historic milestone as the first African to receive an MFA in creative writing at the University of Law, where he developed his distinctive and unconventional style. Through his career, Professor at the University of Papua New Guinea, the University of Nairobi, where he co-founded the Department of Literature alongside Guli Wadiongo, a staunch advocate for the African culture, serving and promoting indigenous knowledge systems while excelling in poetry, essays, drama, story writing, and literary theory. And as a form of efforts have illuminated the richness of African heritage with over 30 books and numerous contributions and thinkers. We still say welcome, and it's an honor to have you tonight in our midst.
هذا العام تطلع كيف لا ووقاص وشاعر وناقد نازع 5 كتاب مقال التي نحتفل بها في هذه النسخة من مهرجان ديريك أويا ألفريد. ولد رجل إلى أمريكا حيث حصل على ماجستير الآداب وحصل على درجة ماجستير في الكتابة الإبداعية. تنقل كثيرا من روغندا وكينيا ومدرس الادب واصحاب جامعه نيروبي برفقه اخرين. حاضر في جامعات عدة على الامتداد العالمي منذ السبعينات القرن الماضي، وهو ما يعرف الآن بالترند. الصادمة ومثيرة للجدل عن الحركة الأدبية الكيمياء منذ منتصف الستينات القرن الماضي. أسلوب شاذ يعتمد على كسر قواعد اللغة، وعندما يكتب مما أكسبه أعداء نقاد الأدب والأفاعيل عندما وصف منطقة شرق الصحراء الثقافية. في كتاب دعية باللغة الإنجليزية منها الكلمة الأخيرة اختصار الرجل زي الرسمي أناشيد التخلف أكل الزعماء والمؤمنين عايد وكتاب الرجل الأسود. كتابه الأخير أو الكلمة الأخيرة يحوي عدة لطافات ومحاضرات كان أدب تفريقيا توجهه. كتاب الأكثر نشاطا كاتب وناقد ومحاضر نيروبي. في إحدى المقالات قال الطريقة الوحيدة لتتقدم أفريقيا أو لتتقدم أفريقيا في فارقة الكلام بين اللغة الإنجليزية، وقد برز كسر قواعد اللغة الإنجليزية بوصفها لهذه اللغة الإنجليزية بالعاهرة التي كان في جدل إنه البروفيسور تعبان يوم.
With this, welcome our professor. And proceeding with the agendas of the program, our next item is going to be a performance from Disco with George Jazz Band. And I would love to welcome with a round of applause and appreciation to give us their words. Let's give him a big round of applause.
اسم الجزء مختصر من أسماء الحروف الأولية. المزيد من الإبداع في هذه العجالة دعونا نرحب بالدكتور. لا مرحبا بك ويشرفنا حضورك.
With most that my colleague has said, to be calling for Mr. Atem Simon. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome him in a very special way. I want to hear everybody giving him.
والآخرين لمنفعة البشرية جماعات أتم سايمون مرحبا بك رئيس.
All our guests, and our MPs, special post holders, and the personality of Derek as the last born of a retired policeman. And we are very glad to have him with us, the rising committee of Derek Cultural of our Lord Jesus Christ. I welcome you all to the in the memory of our mentor and role model, Ustaz Derek Weir Alfred, of the project that he initiated to make culture a key element in building of our state, celebrating pluralism and cultural diversity, and employing culture came into its fourth edition to the great efforts started by Derek Alfred and his. So this festival in its fourth edition is considered as one of the most important cultural events in our country during the last 3 years. And the dream of contributing is one of the real concerns that have been so witness the establishment of a cultural institution. So this festival has changed into making it taking shape of an institution, and this will be a platform from which we will also join the ranks of the active groups in the cultural field by transforming cultural activity into an institutional cultural scene and contribute. We choose writing as the main and writing and not relying on morality. And the members of the committee choose the name as a personality of the festival for this year. In the African continent as one of the sons of South Sudan who deserves this honor for was there. And we need to emphasize his great efforts and at this sensitive time of our history. We extended our consciousness and enlightenment, our sincere thanks in this edition in form of sponsorship and productive partnership. Lastly, in the name of Derek Cultural Center and in the name of the festival, the actors in the state represented by the Ministry of Culture to adopt as festival under the auspices of the state and in partnership with the private sector, because it is only through culture that we can present creations of South Sudan to our regional surroundings and to the whole world.
Thank you so much. I believe Native Assembly. I also want to recognize the presence of Honorable Jabbar Watch. He's also in our midst. Or General Dr. Ulaw Adiang. You're highly welcome in our midst and we appreciate every
فصل تعبان لول اليوم. الحبر الباحث تفضل المهرجان لهذا العام بل لهذا العام متوفرة باللغة الإنجليزية، ومن هنا دوروا في يترجموا بعض الكتب والأعمال لشيء اتحد كثيرا في تبادل بعض المعلومات في هذا المهرجان. سنستمع إلى بعض القصائد لشخصية من ستقرأ علينا القصائد.
With the least that has been said, we're going to welcome Professor Tabalio. Ladies and gentlemen, let us encourage and applaud and welcome the young president.
المهرجان سنستمع إلى النغمات الشعرية
I recognize the presence of the high seas, of course the presence of that is Professor Tabano Leo. It is an honor to be here tonight to read out the poems of Tari. I am sure he doesn't know because this is my first time seeing him, and I have been reading his poems all my life. Guests and listen from me. Thank you. More with breaking bones and creating new shapes of limbs and turn some molding freaks with one eye. Excellency, ours is a profession. As any, we try to improve on our potentials. And by all accounts, there is the progress and attention to duty. I am sure your Excellency taught us how to deal with enemies of the sons of Israel passed on to us the fruits of their tribulations. The sons of Ilta gave us the vintage performance. Selflessly, we do our duty for the stability of the state. We always succeed in getting to the batches whose cries reach hell or heaven. It is their relatives and the plans who we have no problem with them. Come to think of it, it might be perhaps your Excellency is also is too confining. If according to you, the artistes are superlative and not of the
Poetry room, do we clap? We snap. We snap. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward.
برسلة يون على قصائد شخصية المهرجان لهذا العام. لكيانا ها أنا ذا أحمل شهادتي قادما بساد يقول الخطاب لكيانا ها أنا ذا أنا لكيانا ها أنا ثقة خطرة تقول مديري سارق إنه يطفح فسادا هو الآن ربع مليونير ها أنا ذا أحمل مذكرة إيقافي وقع عليها مديري الذي قال ممحور بختم لجنة الانضباط. هذه القصيدة في مجالات شتى، لذلك كان على اللجنة المنظمة
And moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to coming from the representative of the University of Juba, the place that has hosted us today, and we're going to be welcoming.
مدرسة الموسيقى والدراما بجامعة جوبا عقدت شراكة قلما نصفها بأنها ذكية مع لجنة
الجميل البروتوكول للمرة الرابعة من داخل أسوار جامعة جوبا. المهرجان بل تشرفت باختيار أحد أعلامها وهو الكاتب العام. مهرجان ديريك أصبح فعالية ثقافية ينتظرها الجمهور بالشغف.
That we have a vehicle 133 CJ. If that's your vehicle, we politely request you to move it because it's obstructing another with their performance.
Aman ko hariya sana sa dunya
الكثير. لهذا اللقاء موسيقى وكل أنواع الفنون الفرنسية النسخة الرابعة المخصصة للكتابة الإبداعية. ألم نقل لكم منذ البداية والوحدة.
Every single individual amongst us. We still have a few more people we'd love to acknowledge. I also want to recognize the presence of Mr. Justin Yonbili, the Dean for the School of Music, Arts and Drama. By the way, from different media institutions, the socials that are carrying this program. My colleague would love to share something.
يفوق ذاتها وتسيطر حواجزي ولا أبني لها قصورا فحواجزي هي مخاوفي كلا بل إنها حكاية إنسان كاد أن يطوي رد العذارى ويغني المغنين بأحازيج سلام كسيحة ويحتف الحاتف خيلتي بشدة. من أنا ومن والحلول موجودة والأسباب ولكن كلنا يتنحى بعيدا عن ينشب بين هذا وذاك قضية حائرة. حضورنا الكريم ألم نقل لكم أن هذه النسخة ستكون فريد إنه البروفيسور تعبان لوليو. في الفقرة أنني واحد من الذين تخرجوا في هذه الجامعة العريقة، واحد من ممثلي الرعاة للشركات الراعية لهذا المهرجان الأستاذ.
Thank you very much. My name. I'm equally very happy for the. Can you advise this musician or the artist to see me on Tuesday at B Smart office? For me, it's a great honor to deliver a speech on behalf of my colleague at B Smart. Raise your hand, please. Yes, I can see the hand of Veronica. Thank you very much. My name is Sande Manyam. I'm the program manager for B Smart of B Smart and all the sponsors. So can allow me to, as the program manager for B Smart, on behalf of B Smart and other sponsors, to announce DERAWET Cultural Festival, where we will honor distinct heritage and artistic expressions, and it provides. And Professor Taban Loli Young is a distinguished, known for his profound insight into African identity and culture. His works heritage, but also challenge us to think critically. We acknowledge his role in shaping contemporary discourse around culture and education in South Sudan, and preserving traditions. They serve as a scholars and community members to share their stories, celebrate their achievement. An initiative that promotes unity and stability of the people of South Sudan. It also supports festival. The recognition of Professor Taban Leong aligns perfectly with these values in South Sudan. We invite everyone to join us at the DERAWET Cultural Taban Leong, but also the vibrant tapestry of culture that made us our society. Together, let us their dedication to art, literature, and education.
منها شركة زين للاتصالات ساوث السودان، SSBC هيئة جنوب السودان للبث، رفيق موتورز، والعديد من الشركات الراعية لهذا المهرجان.
Earlier, the gentleman that to see the team. So I hope we're part of the team. Just kidding. I'll make sure I remind him to his band. Let's give them this opportunity to take us through the wonderful performance. A round of applause for
أداء فرقة جاز رواد فرقة الرواد.
شكرا جزيلا. مرحبا بالحضور الكريم والبروتوكول. في كلام قبل شويه وردت فيها اسم بتاع فرقه فشوده. الشعار والاغنيه مهداه من فرقه فشوده للفرقه الرواد. والفرقه فشوده اسست للخرطوم للظروف بتاعت انيانيوان في الستينات، لكن مغاربة فرقة فشوده كانت والفرقة فشوده رئيس في جوبا هنا ده فريق أول خميس أجام مدير العام ديريك أويا.
إن الأغنية دي تعاد من جديد وكل على حاله بدواعي التوفيق. أعيد الأغنية من جديد.
كل واحد
شكرا جزيلا.
شكرا جزيلا. رسالة إلى الراحل ديريك ألفريد هويا في قبره وهو ينام الآن طريق الداعية. وشخصية المهرجان لهذا العام هو البروفيسور تعبان لولون. نتواصل.
And I've seen somebody yawning in the crowd. That's why I'm trying to remind you guys that we're almost done, yeah? So our next agenda is going to be a...
ممثلة للوزير نادية روت نوري، مرحبا بك في هذا المهرجان. دكتور لاما كولا جاوي، مرحبا بك وانت واحد من القيادات.
First of all, I should start by greeting all of you who are here. I'm glad to be part of this. These young people will establish a direct cultural association with the young people who are still among the young people compared to us. These youths have Derek has followed the road of earlier artists. It's one of the advantages of this festival of Derek. For hosting all these editions. And it is not surprise because Juba University has been in the center. One of the demands was to establish, and it materialized during our regional university, suppose, at the center there. What the other sponsors did, those who sponsored the youth, the dream of development of culture has been a struggle. That is central. Everything else, and this brings everything else. And this brings me to why I think your choice, of Professor from East Africa, when he came here to patronizing or overseeing this thing, or overseeing this cultural of the work that has been done by the youth, I think we need to applaud those youth. عشان نحافظ على ثقافتنا وعشان ما نتكلم عن طهارة عنصر الأريان، وكان بيقول لنا لما أسمع كلمة كلشر أنا بطلع مسدس. العمل المناسبة دي عشان نتذكر كل سنة ذكرى حياته، تثبيت الثقافة بتاع جنوب السودان. النسخة الثالثة وعدوا إنه هيفتحوا مركز ده مثل حي للوفاء بنزهة مختلفة عن الموجود هنا. أنا بشكر برضه جامعة جوبا، لأن جامعة جوبا ما غريب إنها تعمل كده، لأنه جامعة جوبا جزء أصيل من النضال. الحكومة الإقليمية فتحوا الجامعة، القصة دي بدأت سنة 1975. نتمنى التوفيق ونتمتع بفواصل الموسيقية زي ما كان قبل شوي. شكرا جزيلا.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lamakol. It is one of our norms as Dr. Lamakol. I may not get the opportunity to meet you one day, so I have the honor. Charismatic personality. I appreciate your presence today and your wonderful remarks. As we move forward, we're going to be announcing
مدول إنابة عن وزارة الثقافة والتراث في هذا المهرجان النسخة الرابعة.
With a round of applause, let us welcome Honorable Amer Madol, the Undersecretary for
Medicine Gathering. It's not easy to be able to have so many work. We have been neglected for quite some time. We have not been empowered. We are proud to speak of our aspirations to celebrate our diversity for us at the Ministry of Culture, Museum and National Heritage. Through the post, I've noticed that the Ministry of Culture is not quite right. From Monday, I'd like to meet all of you, and we would like to have you as one of our great partners at the Ministry. Meet you in person, because I've been seeing a lot of your writing on social media, and we maintain even songs, they can be preserved, because these generation and generation and generation, but if we do not keep them in a well-kept manner. As I was sitting there, I couldn't understand what they were singing, but at the same time I felt some sort of excitement within the music. As a ministry, we have started building the archive center. As you may be seeing a few of the work being message of unity, love among ourselves as South Sudanese. Without love and unity, we can never achieve anything, regardless of this. On behalf of the ministry, I'm sorry for coming late because I just gave birth 2 months and a half ago. So I was a bit busy with the baby. We are celebrating our first national calendar, and it will be held here at the John Garang Museum. And at the same time, we will be having them to perform on the day, because it's important we empower ourselves. What happens when you just get birth and you get to have this sort of announce the opening of the DERAWET Festival here in the university.
a very, very strong a mother and a leader at the same time. Thank you so much for the wonderful remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 599CK. As we move forward, I'd love to make an announcement.
ستكون متاحة في الفقرة الأولى الصحفيين، الإعلاميين، المثقفين، المهتمين، الكتاب، النشطاء، المهمومين بهم هذا البلد المجروح. لكم منا والمخرج المتعلق دوما جلال، شكرا بلا حدود لكم على هذا الاحتفاء والتميز. نرجو شاكرين. سارة تجمل أقول أعظم تحية من
أنا بسلم عليكم نيابة عن فرقة كيركواي. أنا بسلم عليكم نيابة عن فرقة كيركواي. نحن بنغني بجميع لهجات قبائل لهجة قبيلة الشرق.
الثقافي. هذا المهرجان الذي يجيء هذا العام تحت شعار الحب والباحث، التبادل الثقافي والتواصل بين الثقافات المختلفة، التعاون والتضامن والعمل المشترك. أتمنى خالصا شكرا إلى حضور لكم جميعا على هذا الحضور الذي جاء بالتأييد لإثراء هذا المهرجان، وأتمنى صادقا تجربة تحية للعلم وفكر الأدب، تحية لمدن اليد، أحييكم باسم اللجنة المنظمة للمهرجان في نسختها الرابعة، ونصفها بأنها ذكية مع اللجنة المنظمة للمهرجان. نرحب بالشخصيات التي حضرت وشاركت. نأمل أن نقدم ما يرضيكم ويرضي الجمهور الذي يتطلع دوما لحضور. كان أكثر من ذكي أن يأتي من المثل الشعبي الذي يقول الذاكرة القوية أفضل الذاكرة القوية. عذرا لكم جميعا، سننقلكم في ملفات شتى، ونأمل أن ننال رضاكم في هذه الأمسية. روح الراحل المقيم دوما في قلوبنا، والذي خصص له الراحل المقيم دوما في قلوبنا، والذي خصص له هذه المهرجانات المدرسة.
As we start, I would love to say I want to acknowledge the existing protocol. As we start, I would love to say I want to acknowledge the existing protocol. Every single Simon. I want to recognize the presence of Derek's wife, Simon. I want to recognize the presence of Derek's wife, and that is Mrs. Lee. We recognize the presence of every single individual here we have presented.
حضرتك الأستاذ درشو دون أن أسرد في الحديث واحد.
I welcome each of you.
دون أن أسرد في الحديث واحد.
I welcome each of you to define our beloved country, South Sudan. This festival is more showcasing the incredible. The Fantasy Inc. is more powerful than the Fantasy Inc. is more powerful than strongest memory. This evidence we witness today, power of human expression. Let us embrace ourselves in the Let the festival begin. Thank you.
To be welcomed with the personality of the Derek Culture Festival 20. And just as we welcome him, I would love to do this as very brief biography. As we welcome him, I would love to do this as very brief biography. His remarkable journey began with early education at Buha High School and Serpua Guinea, the University of Nairobi, where he co-founded drama, story writing, and literary theory. And as a form of and intellectual brilliance, inspired generations of writers.
شخصية المهرجان ووقاص وشاعر وناقد نازل الأوساط الأدبية بطريقته غير المألوفة في الكتابة والمتوسطة بمدرسة صم والبكر المرموقة، ثم جامعة نيروبي، وابتعث فور تخرجه إلى أمريكا حيث حصل من غنى وكيميا ومدرس الأدب، واسهم في تأسيس قسم اللغة الإنجليزية والأداب في الإسلام أمريكا وجامعة دوبا حاليا. أسلوبه الشاذ في الكتابة يسير في كثير من الأحاديث على أساس قواعد اللغة، وعندما يبدأ كتابة هي باللغة الإنجليزية منها 13 كاملة ضد أعدائنا لو أننا هاننا مرة أخرى. عين وكتاب المنوعات التي تهمه كتقية وجهه وكان من الكتاب الأكثر قواعد اللغة الإنجليزية بوصفها لهذه اللغة قواعد اللغة الإنجليزية بوصفها لهذه اللغة الإنجليزية بالعاهرة
With this, welcome our professor and proceed. With this, welcome our professor and proceed to the agenda. I just want to welcome Honorable Dr. in our midst, and it's an honor the DERAWET Culture Festival team, and we're going to be calling for everybody giving him a round of applause.
Good evening, everybody. Let me welcome Cultural Festival, first edition, Special Policeman. Is welcome, and we have these few remarks on behalf of the organizing committee of DERAWET Cultural of our Lord Jesus. And in a continuation of the project that he initiated to make culture a key element in building of our state and our society. Reconciliation, celebrating pluralism and cultural diversity. Culture as a mean of building our fourth decision as an extension to the great efforts started by, as I mentioned, Mr. Alfred and his companions, Mr. Samani, Stephen, Ferroshala, whatever the challenges that surround this festival in its fourth edition is considered as one of the most important cultural of contemplating is one of the real concerns that have been preached. So to move on to a new stage that witness the establishment of a cultural institution. So in the view tradition, and this was one of the, and this will be about during the past editions of the festival and contribute to the current movement that the scene came focusing on the importance of blogging, and the members of the committee choose the name of our great genius writer, Professor Taban of the Sons of South Sudan, who deserves this honor for his determined work in various fields, and we need to emphasize his great efforts. And thanks to the Juba University administration, which has to us to host the festival events, emphasizing its role as in form of sponsorship and productive partnership. We would not have been able to take this in its humble form. Lastly, in the name we make a special appeal to the actors in the state culture to adopt all these cultural initiatives and to give them personality and the auspices of the state, and in partnership with the private sector and the parties supporting cultural Sudan to our regional surroundings and to the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tim Simon, for the wonderful remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, acknowledge the presence of a few people that we hadn't mentioned earlier. I want to recognize the presence of Honorable Rebecca Joshua. I also want to recognize the presence of Honorable Jabbar Watch. He's also in our midst. You're highly welcome. And also want to recognize the presence of time to be a part of this occasion. Thank you so much. And
حضورنا الكريم نرحب بالرابعة لمحاجاتنا بل لهذا العام متوفرة باللغة الإنجليزية، ومن هنا دعوني المحاجات الطبيب بويجون وصديقنا الناقد النازع أيضا إلى بعض القصائد لشخصية المحاجات وسوف
Priscilla Neguen, who is a young, passionate poet, and she's going to be giving us a presentation from...
Thank you so much. The personality of the year, that is Professor Tabano Leo. It is an honor to be here tonight. All my life, and I'm so proud to see him tonight. I feel blessed to finally see the man that I have been admiring. Thank you so much. The piece I'm going to be reading tonight is called The Master's Touches. Complain, have teeth, shop genitals, nor tune of the sons of the devils to sing the weird antiphon. Ours is a profession. As any we try to improve on our potential, for excellency has not found us of confessions. The son of Britain taught us how to deal with enemies of professionalism, and selflessly we do our duty for the state. It is not the poor sons of the beaches whose cries reach hell or heaven. It is their relative bribes attempted and turned down, or also ready to call it a day, to retire and to surrealistic words of arts in the gallery, of course, unlikely as it might be, perhaps your excellence to you, the artist is a superlative for no more. My name still remains Priscilla. I'm honored to be here. Thank you
so much for the beautiful reading. It was really impeccable. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward.
أحاول أن أقرأ لكم نص قادما من جامعة ها أنا ذا فرحا بخطاب توظيفي صن ثروات البلاد هارب أبي تمتد اسمه هو عمل مذكرة إيقافي وقع عليه الذي قال أخفي ما ترى، وكان جوابي لا أحمل خطاب طردي ممحور بختم لجنة وكان حاليا حضورنا الأنيق الكاتب مثير وشخصية.
We're going to be having a remark coming from the representative of the University of Juba, the place that has hosted us today, and we're going to be welcoming the Deputy Dean for the School of Music.
جامعة جوبا عقدت شراكة قلما نصفها بأنها ذكية مع لجنة المهرجان لإدارة جامعة جوبا.
مساء الخير للجماعة جوبا. هذه المرة لن تتشرف فقط باستضافة المهرجان، بل تشرفت الثقافية. الوقت ليس للكلام، أمسية سعيدة. شكرا.
CJ, vehicle 133 CJ. If that's your vehicle, we put. We still have a few more people we'd love to acknowledge. I want to recognize the presence of Mr. of Mr. Justin Yonbili, the Dean for the School of Music, Arts and Drama, media institutions, the socials that are carrying this program live. My colleague would love to share something.
في سكون الليل قد طوى الكرام قلبه ولا حوادث إنسان قد تناوش المقلوب. قصته إنها حكاية إنسان كاد زال الليل يقلب عبر بوابة الأحزان يتأمل. يموت الأطفال وتشرد العذارى ويغني المغني يهتفون بهتافات وشعارات وآنات وآلام. من أنا ومن أكون؟ فالإجابة واضحة، والحلول طموحات أمة وصراع بين هذا وذاك، وما زالت القضية فلا، ونحن في حضرة حرم أدبي وفكري وعلمي وقاص من الذين تخرجوا في هذه الجامعة العريقة في السودان. سعيدين ونحن نقدم لكم كلمة عن الشركات الراعية.
With a round of applause, may we welcome Mr.
Thank you very much. Very strong Arabic. I only hear my names. So much. MC, can you advise this musician or the artist to see me on Tuesday at B Smart office? I would like to have a. Can you raise your hand, please? Yes, I can see the hand of Veronica. And then without wasting your minutes or seconds, Smart and other sponsors to announce our participation in this year's cultural festival, where we will honor the esteemed Professor Taban Lo Leong as the personality of the year. Of cultural heritage and artistic expressions, and it provides an invaluable platform. Young is a distinguished professor in literature and academia, insight into African identity and culture, but also challenge us to think critically about our past and future. Cultural festival, we acknowledge his role in shaping contemporary discourse around culture and education in South Sudan, and preserving our diversity traditions. They serve as a gathering point for artists, scholar achievement, and inspired future generation that bring our people together. The recognition of Professor Taban Leong values, as it highlights not only the importance of intellectual contribution to cultural. We invite everyone to join us at the DERAWET Cultural Festival to celebrate the way for future generation through their dedication to art.
شكرا جزيلا ساندي منيان ممثل الشركات الراعية في هذا المكان، رفيق الانطباع والنشر دراية FM، زاد من الشركات الراعية لهذا المهرجان.
Earlier the gentleman that we're going to be having a very special performance, and that is a dedication to the late Derek. Opportunity to take us through the wonderful performance. A round of applause for the Fashola Jazz Band.
سنستمع إلى أغنية خاصة للراحل ديريك ألفريد ويا أداء فرقة
مرحبا بالحضور الكريم والبروتوكول محفوظ. في كلام قبل شويه ولدت فيها فرقه الرواد، والفرقه بشار في درمان وخرطوم وقت أنيانيوان، وقت بشوت رئيس في جوبا هنا. ده فريق اول خميس اجام مدير العام للايكون ديريك اويا.
السماء دولة الوليدة يوم السلام يا الحمام يا من أمن الحمى ربنا دولة كلمة الرواد اللامة باليمين حلفنا بالله أن فنون والزرار سنحتفل كل عام بمخرج داري الرواد للفنون والتراث نحن في المطر رواد اللامع تمثيل مسرحية حقيقة الفروة
waktu خاص من المخرج واللجنة المنظمة إن الأغنية دي تعاد نعيد الأغنية من جديد. كل الحضور لطفا لا أمرا.
باليمين حلفنا بالله بأننا مسرحية حقيقة الفروة
الراحل درك الفرد خويا في قبره وهو ينم الآن طريق العين المثير والمثير.
I should start by greeting all of you who are here. Part of this fourth edition of and in that one we had they will establish that one of the rare moments of fulfilling promises that our generation has failed to do. The young people compared to us. These youths have really been impressive efforts. They were able to shoulder the memory of the giant contribution to our cultural development. Derek has followed the road the Sheikh Kombi, the latest one they had mentioned here. Actually, last year, KG was here. The one Richard sang about, the festival of Derek. Juba University has been in the center of the Roundtable Conference. One of the demands was to establish a university in Juba. And it materialized during. University is not just lecture halls or laboratories. University is supposed to be a beacon, a center where of culture and societal relationships spread. This edition of DERAWET done at the center there. Sponsored it. Those who sponsored the youth to of development of culture through the DERAWET Festival is realized. That is central. Everything else was secondary to that. And was establishing our cultural. We look forward to having, now we are almost 20 years, we don't have museums, we don't even have a national library, and contribution intact. Why I think your Professor Kabiom than in South Sudan, unfortunately. The books he wrote, one of which was read today. We used to hear them those days. The university and became one of the faculty. Obvious the contribution he was making. So I'm happy that Professor is the one who is in charge of organizing or overseeing this cultural development. I appreciate that all of you are here. I thank you for coming. I know that many of you have their other commitments, but we chose to come to honor this festival. And this is also a recognition of the work that has been done by the youth. I think we need to applaud those youth for what they have. I am fair. And I don't want to take all your time. مهرجان ثقافي زي ده يستحق كل التنا ليه ناضلنا من أجل الثقافة عشان ما تتمحي الإنسان ده اللي بيديه الهوية. ولذلك نحن تقدير ذكرى بتاع واحد من الناس البز لو تمعنتوا الأغنية جبال والشباب دول قالوا أقسمنا بربنا إنه النسخة الثالثة وعدوا إنه هيفتحوا مركز ثقافي، والحمد لله الليلة زفة عن الموجود هنا. أنا بشكر برضه جامعة جوبا لأنها عملت استضافة جزء أصيل من النضال بتاع جنوب السودان في مؤتمر المائدة للجنوب، إنه لازم يكون في جامعة في جوبا، والحمد لله لما جاءت الحكومة الإقليمية والآن هي جامعة من آخر خرجت أجيال، وفخور إنه شباب دول الإخوة إنه أدوني فرصة أقول كلمة كلمتين زي ما كان قبل شوي. شكرا جزيلا.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lamakol. It is one of Africans in general, they may not be unfair to us as South Sudanese, that the opportunity to meet you one day, so I have the honor to say this to you for your charismatic personality. I appreciate your presence.
شباب عقدوا العزم على المضي قدما في مشروع ثروة قومية يجب الحفاظ عليه. قادمة سنستمع إلى وكيلة وزارة الثقافة عن وزارة الثقافة والتراث في هذا المهرجان النسخة الرابعة.
Minister Honorable Nadia Arubududi, who couldn't be here with us today due to her. It's not easy to be able to have so many walk of life of different ethnicities. At the time we neglect the power of music, and as a ministry, we have been neglected for quite some. There has not been, let's say, a vision for what is culture. We are proud to bring cultures. The post from Monday, we would like to have you as one of our great partners at the ministry. I've been seeing a lot of your writing on social media, but I have no time to meet you in person. When it comes to the archives, you are absolutely songs, they can be preserved because this sound of music can live for generation and generation and generation. But if we do not keep excitement within the music, when it comes to the Archive Center, we have a few of the work being done. If you have time, I would like to also take you by to give you a bit of. At the same time, at such festivals, it's important that we spread the message of unity, love, experience we may have, because music has always been appeal for all of us. We have been through trauma, we have been through challenges as a country. Always managed to come together to celebrate 64 tribes as proud South Sudanese. On behalf of the ministry, and I'm busy with the baby and attending a few things, but it's a great privilege to have made it and to celebrate this wonderful occasion with all of you. So I would like we are celebrating our first National Cultural Day in the national calendar, and it will be held here at the John Garang Museum. You see what happened?
A very, very strong, resilient, powerful woman, embodying a mother and a leader at the same time. And it is so sad to say goodbye. But before I say goodbye, I would love to announce that if that is your car, please, a huge number that has attended, making this event a success. Thank you all so much. As we conclude day one on Monday, 18th November 2024, and Tuesday is going to be a storytelling as a mean of perspective, oral heritage. Day 4 is going to be film screening. Please, if you haven't received it, share it. And also we have the social media platforms for Derek Culture regarding the event. Day 3 is also going to have a very important session where we're going to be on day 5. Professor Taban Loliong. Now I'm very sure many of you have been asking, Professor is our personality, but we have not heard him speak. It's going to be music concert with DERAWET music group. And I've seen many people taking pictures earlier. Please help us boost the social media campaign, which is hashtag yourself. You want to post on social media. Let's boost the campaign. Let's spread the message. Let us show love and affection by us who carry it alongside him. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my utmost. Is Sarah George. I'm a journalist by profession and by passion, a master of language. I hope to see all of you someday at a very soon occasion. Let me tell you guys a very short story. Yeah? I cancelled my flight, but I escorted my friend to the airport, and guess what? See, where you going? So I told him I'm not going, I'm just escorting my friend, yeah? So this has been a very campaign running everywhere. South Sudan acknowledges the Derek Culture Festival. Let us keep boosting the campaign on the socials. Let's keep updating every single session you're able to. I would love to sign out by saying I love you all so much. See you at every event for the Derek.
Thank you سارة. شكرا لكل الحضور الأنيق. زي ما سارة أعلنت إنه حيكون في عدد المعلن، ونرجو من الجميع متابعة المنصات الرسمية لمهرجان ديرك الفن. اليوم سيدير الجلسة زميلنا جابرييل جوزيف شدار. بالنسبة لعشاق ستكون هناك سحرة غنائية خاصة يوم السبت المقبل في ميدان بيار. نرحب بكم، ولمن لم نرحب بهم شبور جورج عضو البرلمان القومي، جنرال الدكتور غلام وديان مساعد المفتش العام للشرطة، النصر نائب العميد، والأستاذ أديب سايمون مدير المهرجان، دكتور لما كولا جاوي من الشخصيات القومية، بروفيسور دوك نيابة وتعبان لهذا العام. وأيضا نرحب بأسرة الراحل ديريك ألفريد أويا، الصحفيين الإعلاميين، متابعة منصاتنا. وكما قالت الزميلة المتألقة سارة توج ماذا أقول بعدها، ولكنني كنت لا أدري أعظم تحية مني. سقط منا سهوا أيضا. سنرحب برئيس الجمهورية الدكتور مشار تل. هذا الدكتور برضه موجود معنا. فنرحب بكم كثيرا. سنترك المساحة للباحث أفضل من الذاكرة. إلى اللقاء.
مساء الخير جميعا الجماعة الكريم. أنا بسلم عليكم نيابة عن فرقة كيد كواي، لكن نحن بنغني بجميع لهجات قبائل جنوب السودان. هو الفاصل الجاي بنديكم أغنية تراثية بلهجة قبيلة الشرق.